courage, return to Galilee. Buti na lang this year, brothers and sisters, we have been reminded by the Lord to go back, to go to Galilee, and there you will see Him. Katulad ng mga apostoles niya, na ikinahiya siya, na iniwanan siya. Brothers and sisters, kung tutusin, para tayo yung mga apostles na nag-scatter. Hello? Ano po ba sa Bisaya ng scatter? Ha? Tibulaan.
Nagkatibulaag.
Sa Tagalog kasi, ang scatter ay kalat. Kalat. Nasubukan niyo na bang magkalat sa buhay? Hello? Yung mga nangyayari sa buhay-buhay natin wala sa hulog. Nahuhulog na lang pero hindi tama yung pinupuntahan. Kalat na kalat ka. Kalat na kalat ka. Buti na nga lang sa CFC tinulungan tayo. When we go back to Galilee and there we see Him, brothers and sisters, yung hulog, nagkakaroon ng kahulugan. Tumatama. Makala natin wala sa hulog. Yung mga saysay, nagkakaroon ng kasaysayan. No, brothers and sisters. Why? Because of this assurance by the Lord. Because of this assurance by the Lord. Yan ang mga nangyari sa apostles, parang yung nangyayari sa ating bansa ngayon. In despair. Pero sabi nga po ni Pope Francis, hello? Ito yung return to Galilee for Pope Francis. Tingnan yung maigi. Sabi ni Pope Francis, when you return to Galilee, you reread everything. Basahin mo ulit. But this time on the basis of the cross and its victory. In fact, sabi pa ni Pope Francis, pagbabasahin mo ulit yung mga nangyayari sa buhay mo, basahin mo siya pabaliktad. Magsimula nga sa victory in Lord. Sabi niya, to reread everything, Jesus preaching, miracles, no community, excitement, defections, even betrayal, to reread everything starting from the end, which is a new beginning from this supreme act of love. Hello? Nag-gets niyo yun, brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Bigla ka nag-iba ng lente. Pag binalikan mo yung nangyari sa buhay mo, no? At nagsimula ka sa victory ni Christ sa buhay mo, you are really going to rejoice. Pag binasa mo yung nangyayari sa buhay mo ngayon, and you're going to start from the end sa victory ni Lord sa buhay mo, brothers and sisters, you're going to take courage. You're going to take courage. Kasi sabi nga ni Jesus, do not be afraid. Go tell my brothers to go to Galilee and there they will see me. And that phrase alone, brothers and sisters, was very incredible. It was like a ray of light in the darkness for everyone. Hello? Ngayon po ang gagawin natin. Hello? Susubukan po natin ito. How about rereading everything that happened to the Philippines? Ang bigat nito. Ano yung tinuturo nyo po? Nagtuturo po kayo din, administrative. Sino po dito ang history teacher? History. Wala po din na lang. Walang mag-correct sa akin. We're going to reread everything. Subukan lang po natin. Subukan lang natin. In this limited time, we're going to read what happened to the Philippines. Sabi nga ni Father kanina, read the signs of the times. At sa pag-reread ng ating history as a nation, brothers and sisters, we're going to rely on what John Paul II speaks about as theology of nation. eto na po, pwede na kayo mag-start matulog. Ang galing ni Lord, walang tumawa, ikaw lang, bro. Ibig sabihin, seryoso kami lahat. Nag-aaralan namin itong theology of nation. Brothers and sisters, kung kayo po ang tatanungin, nasaan sa 10 Commandments? Hello? Nasaan sa 10 Commandments ang love of country? Love of country, brothers and sisters. Nasaan sa 10 Commandments? Very timely, no? Love of country, do not steal. Pero hindi po yun ang sabi ni John Paul II. Siguro po kailangan na po i-update. Meron ako ditong pin ng CFC sa makakasagot. Patriotism, where is it in the 10 Commandments, brothers and sisters? Wala. Sino nagsabi nga sa first commandment? Nasa second. Nasa third. Sumahan nyo naman ako. Nasa fourth. Taas lang, random, kahit ano mali. Taas lang, taas lang. Taas lang, kasi nasa fourth. Sabi ko ni John Paul II, look at this, brothers and sisters. Skip na ako. If we ask where patriotism appears in the Decalogue, the reply comes without hesitation. It is covered by the 4th commandment, which obliges us to honor our father and mother. It is included under the Latin word pietas, which underlines the religious dimension of respect and veneration due to parents. Kaya pala, sabi ko, nung panahon nung gawad kami, naalala niyo, kapag nagpapagawa ng mga bahay at mga religious, pinapangalan sa parents nila, na-associate nila yung parents nila doon sa kanilang homeland. At na-associate nila yung homeland sa kanilang country. Because of their love and honoring for their parents, they honor their country. Amen? So, nasa sa 10 Commandments po ang patriotism? Nasa? Lapagan po natin sa inyo. Sabi po ni John Paul II, kung tayo as individual, kaya natin mag-reflect dun sa ating biography. Hello? Di po ba nagkakaroon tayo ng recollection? Nagkakaroon tayo ng retreat? And in those moments, nire-recollect natin yung nangyayari sa atin. Di po ba? Nagkakaroon tayo ng kahit pa paano guidance doon sa mga next steps natin sa buhay. Ang sabi ni John Paul II, kaya din gawin yan ng bansa. Nations also can reflect on its own history. Tayo ba as a nation, do we even reflect about our history? From time to time, binabasa pa natin yung signs of the times. Kasi, sabi po ni John Paul II, kapag binasa mo yung history ng nation, you don't just look at the facts, ano nangyari ng day na ito, sino yung ganito. Ang sabi niya, ang lahat ng history ng bansa ay meron tinatawag na eschatological dimension. Meron yung spiritual dimension. Hindi lang yung physical reality. In fact, ang sabi niya, it is not only we who write our history. God writes history with us. really God can intervene in our history. And if we're going to believe that there is this spiritual dimension even in our history as a nation, brothers and sisters, we're going to realize that our biography, yung buhay natin is part actually of Philippine history. And Philippine history is actually a part of salvation history. So ito na yung spiritual dimension. Ilalagay mo lang yung history ng nation doon sa salvation of history. Nagsimula kay Jesus at natatapos kay Jesus. And that way, we can reflect really on where our nation should be going. The history of all nations is going to take place in the history of salvation. Nagkaintindihan po ba tayo? Medyo malabo pa. Kasi nakikita ko yung mga kamanya. Ano yung nagsasabihin dito? Hello? Naalala ko isang MER. Sino nag-attend ng MER? Mataas ang kamay. MER, sabi ng speaker, marriage is a moment in salvation history. Marriage is a moment in salvation history. Sabi ko, kaya pala yung marriage, ito na big deal. Kaya pala kailangan mong i-registro. Hindi lang siya part ng history ng mundo. Part siya ng salvation history. But more than that, brothers and sisters, when we got married, we have been called to this vocation to holiness. And marriage is the expression of God for us to be able to journey to holiness. Kaya pala, marriage is a moment in salvation history. Lahat na nangyayari sa ating bansa is also a moment in salvation history. We do not just look at history as we know it. We also have to look everything as part of salvation history. Eto na, mamaya lalong pupunod yung magsisimula kasi ito sa history. Alam ko karamihan sa atin, pag history ng pinag-uusapan, brothers and sisters, tinutulugan. Susubukan lang natin Philippine history. And to be able to discuss Philippine history, brothers and sisters, nagpatulong ako sa mga kaibigan kong artist. Si Botong Francisco. Kung gusto yung makita yung in one sweep, the history of the Filipino struggles, Botong Francisco. Doon sa kanyang painting. Tapos yung isa, ewan ko kung kilala niyo ito, Bro Yuber, si Dr. Pablo Trillanes. Si Pablo Trillanes, historian siya, former chairperson of the National Historical Institute. Okay ba kayo, brothers and sisters? Subukan natin. Tiisin niyo lang ito. Tiisin niyo lang ito. Sabi niya, pag